Da, 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 da. It's over. It is over, everybody.
What were you singing?
I was singing the jingle. I was singing Today. Yeah, I was singing Today. I'm sorry. I was so off key, and it's because emotionally I'm so deflated right now. But I'm still feeling pretty good about the show. It was a really, really good show, and Wonder Garden looked like a whole lot of fun. So I'm
Oh my
super jealous of the
gosh.
fact that like you guys got to celebrate with like such a big crowd. I aim to be there next year, but holy bejeebus, the show that we saw last night. So like rest of the world, it was interesting how they kind of announced it, kind of didn't. They just kind of like bundled it out
I
together
mean,
with
I
vote.
figured that's what they were going to be doing, was just going to toss it in with every, because it's like, why would you make that a special thing if it's not a jury?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I mean, maybe in the future make it a special thing, like it is a jury, but explain this is just a televote.
Mhm.
I will say this: Spain's only televote came from the rest of the world.
I don't. I want better for La Patria. I want better, but that's okay.
Yeah, I have thoughts about that.
I have
I
thoughts
have
about.
thoughts about that.
I have thoughts about that as well. So you guys, the rest of the world though, we're gonna talk about that eventually because that.
I think we need to just decompress and talk about everything.
Okay.
Um,
So
here that happened. So I'm just trying to find.
okay, like as long as you're searching, I'm just gonna say that the show itself really, really good. The intervals super entertaining.
Oh
The
my god,
host awesome, and like
this
they're
was up
like
there. This was up there with 2016 for me, as far as
yeah,
like an entertaining show goes.
yeah, it was like every couple seconds there was just something entertaining going on. There wasn't really a boring section of it. It didn't feel like a sad news broadcast like Rotterdam sometimes felt like.
Yeah,
This kind of kept the energy very high the entire time. And even between acts, even when they were like getting the stage set up, etc., it didn't really feel like they were just stalling for time, like they were even practiced in those moments when the stage needed a little bit more time to get set up.
hmm yeah. I
And
mean, I was watching rehearsals, and there were points in rehearsals where like it took a while
mm,
for things to get set up. But like the host practiced the banter stuff.
hmm yeah,
Um,
and it was good too. It felt natural. It
yeah.
felt super natural. So yeah, in terms of the show and the hosting, we had a great time. I would totally do a complete rewatch of the show just for the value of seeing the hosts interact as they did and interact with the artists. That was great.
Yeah.
Ariana says it was fun getting to vote. It was hella fun getting to vote. Are you
It
kidding
was
me?
so much fun getting to
Oh
vote.
my gosh. It's like a rush. Like it really does feel like a rush when you get to vote. It's like, oh my gosh, my voice is being heard and it's going to be acknowledged. But yeah, that rest of the world vote, that was it was interesting. I didn't think it would go that way. Hello K-pop
Yeah.
24/7. It's always good to see you. Vanya's out here telling us the juries are tasteless is my conclusion.
I
Ooh,
have thoughts about the
I have
juries.
thoughts. I have thoughts and opinions and prayers.
Peter Hadich, hello, wow. Last night we witnessed something very surprising, or some very surprising results. I mean, I predicted only 6 countries that were in the top 10 before the show. I don't even know who ended up in the top 10.
I can read that off to you right now if you'd like me to remind you.
I think we should start from the bottom and work our way up.
Okay, let's do this. So, Blood and Glitter, Germany. We were okay. So Germany, were we not echo chambering this entire season, being like, they're
Yep.
not going to get last. They're not going to get last. There's no way they're going to get last.
And to be fair, the points at the bottom, to me, I'm looking at like, okay, what happened here? Because
Mhm.
18 points is not bad.
It's not that bad. It's not bad. It's not
It's not that
zero.
bad.
It's importantly not zero.
It's an improvement.
Yeah, it is.
But like you get like the bottom 6, there's people with like 70 points in the bottom. Like the points are very well spread out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Because like
Yeah, oh yeah, you're saying.
I'm so upset about Germany. I really think Germany did not deserve to come bottom.
And the UK, they're down there too. They're also down there.
I'm gonna
Um,
blame it on curse of the host country. I don't think May was that bad. Yeah,
Maybe
she had
like
vocal
that.
issues kind of like the
Mhm.
whole time. That's okay. I was entertained.
Yeah, it was very entertaining, and I thought it was still a lot of fun. Even the songs that are at the bottom, I had a great time listening to them.
Yeah. It's like
But
watching 29. Oh my god, 2019 again.
yeah, when Ireland was my first place and she got last place, yeah.
That made no sense to me.
What, her getting last place or that being my first place?
That being your first place makes all the sense in the world. Getting
Ah,
last place makes no sense to me.
ah, I'm hurt. K-pop 24/7 is telling us the people are disrespectful towards Loreen. Finland was also my fave to win, but what Loreen is getting right now is really disgusting.
It
It sucks,
happens
but like every
this
year.
isn't the first time that's happened. Honestly, at this point, it happens constantly. People from
Constantly.
Maui Kalush Orchestra won with the highest televote score ever.
I
And
mean,
people
when
were angry
Salvador
about that
Sobral
because it
won with
wasn't
the
the one they
highest televote
liked.
in his year, like you
Salvador
can never
Sobral
win.
won. Salvador Sobral comfortably won both televote and jury.
Yeah.
And people were angry at him for that.
Well, I mean, they were also
Jamala,
very angry
and
about
she
the fact that
won.
he was like, music is not about fireworks, and then that kind of what segued us into Netta.
I mean, I don't know. People are mad about Netta too, but I feel like that was just because she's
Mhm.
from Israel to a
Yeah.
certain extent.
Whew,
Okay.
y'all are popping off in these comments, let me just say.
Yeah.
But let's see, we were still talking about Germany. It was so good. It was so good, and I'm don't like the fact that the European public just didn't acknowledge the quality of it because I thought it was as good as it could have gotten.
I honestly genuinely like think that it's just a matter of people not being with the genre that much.
Mm.
I thought the Finnish jury might give it some love. I thought
Hmm.
the jury from countries like the UK may give it some love. I don't know who was on the jury. I genuinely thought people like jurors would give it more love than it got, especially with the genre. My question is, do we think that I think that maybe Finland and Australia took some of the points that would have gone to Germany, maybe because their songs
Maybe,
just more
yeah,
accessible.
more
Because yeah,
accessible and the
Finland's a
melody's
pop
stronger.
song, but
Mhm.
Finland is using a lot of metal staples in the song.
Uh-huh. And Australia, it's a prog rock song, but but like the hook, I feel like is a lot stronger.
There's prog metal.
It's prog metal.
It's one of those things where it's like I wonder if the fact that we had and here's the other thing with Germany. Chris is doing all the vocals himself.
Hmm.
He's kind of going from that lower register, the growling. Like he did a very technical performance. And I think just a lot of people don't understand how technical that is.
Yeah, going from like his very low register singing voice to like the screech voice and keeping your voice healthy throughout that's challenging.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but I mean, they should still be
Um
proud of the performance they put on. Results don't really mean anything, so they definitely should still be proud.
yeah, they should be.
Hmm.
I'm ready to fight people.
Me too. Because we were saying this entire year, this whole year, after they won their national final, we were like, there's no way they're getting last. Clown
Yeah.
emoji, literal clown emoji. Anyway,
Yep.
when you said you were leaving, Ms. May,
Mental health.
Ms. May.
At least no one got 0.
No one got zero. No one got zero in the televote. No one got zero in the jury. Period. But May, I do see why in reference to the other acts, it might not have had that much impact, but it was the closer. It was the
Yeah.
closer, though. It was a good closing pop song. Second to last.
What did she do with the jury?
So this entire bottom
She
five,
came
I
out.
want to say, I'm just
22nd with
questioning.
22nd with the jury with 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom, like second last in televote with
Oof.
9 points. I kind of see it. I don't think she deserves to be last or at the bottom too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, definitely not deserve because I mean, like, I really like what Tap has been doing with BBC. Like they still have some like winning momentum, I want to say, but this
Host country curse.
host country curse. And as we've seen for the majority of years, safe to win.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
la
because
la.
Italy could show up and just like shit on the stage. They'd still probably do well.
They could show up in yoga pants and a sweatshirt and should do well. That's just how that country works.
Carmen, it was closer, but the vocals were not great.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was the vocals.
The
And like
vocals were not
Carmen also
great.
said, studio version is great. The studio version of that song is excellent. I'm not going to stop listening to it.
It's still like an anthem of the UK for sure. But
yeah,
I do see why vocals cost her every pretty much significant point. Sama mi se spava.
Okay. Was that the next one that was down low?
Oh yeah, Serbia was the next up.
24th.
30 points overall. Again, I don't. God, I wish I were able to just do math quickly. There's no way I'm able to concisely explain everything that happened regarding that.
14 with the jury makes sense for Serbia. I'm sorry.
14th with the jury makes sense. They got 14th with the jury.
Yeah, they got 14 points.
14 points with the jury. I
feel like I'm in a minority here for Serbia. I understand why Serbia didn't do the best. I totally understand it.
Like, now that it's the next day and I think about that performance, I do understand why. It just hurts to have to acknowledge why, if that makes sense. Because I mean, like, no, you know what? It's fine. There's no way to really tell how the 3 minutes are going to be the night of the final. Some people might have technical difficulties. Some people might just not vibe with the big audience. It like
the jury was not going to go for that song.
Sadly, because I feel like for originality's sake, they would have valued it more.
But the jury doesn't like originality. The jury likes a pop song.
Yeah.
Typically speaking.
And if I remember correctly, Serbia, like as Peter is mentioning here, almost NQ'd. I think I do remember them getting like 10th place.
They qualified by 3 points over Latvia.
3 points overlap.
So in the semi, Serbia had 37 points. Latvia had 34. It was close. It was close.
Oh goodness. I mean, yeah, it's not a very vocal heavy song. It's not a very singing heavy song at all. It's definitely more visual. But juries paid Constructa a lot of love, like last year, and that was also visual heavy. Latvia would have pulled in Estonia in the semi, though. We lost.
Yeah.
Not would have lost, but.
Like 2 sailing boats in the sea. I hate that song. Real quick, I promise you, as soon as Verona was announced as a song for Estonia that year, I called it not qualifying. I'm like, oh, this is not going to qualify.
I thought it was going to get top 10.
This is going to go horribly. Nope. I called it. Congratulations to me, because I also called Serbia not doing well this year, but hey. And I like the song. I just didn't see it doing well.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. Sometimes songs get to Eurovision just because they need to show the song.
Yeah. That's what it is, Ariana. I love Serbia, but it felt tailored to a very specific audience. It looked cool, though.
I'm glad we had it. I'm glad we had it in the final because it was something very different. But I do see why it just didn't pull it off with everybody in the jury there.
And the national selection of Serbia is great. Can't wait for next year. Same. Okay, let's go on to the next one.
Portugal. So Portugal got 59 points overall.
Okay.
I wanted better. I wanted more for her.
Yeah.
I think
the running order killed it. So. If she wasn't in the second slot, it would have done better. What? How did she do it? I'm check to see how she did in the semi.
I think she actually had like some pretty good padding.
74 points. So where was that in the semifinal? You entertain the people.
Pretty good padding.
She was ninth she was ninth. Okay.
Okay.
That gap between 10th and 9th this year. Wow.
Ain't that something?
Yeah. In the semi. That it was because she was the running order.
Yeah. Running order, I did feel like had a pretty reasonable effect on her performance. or at least how it was perceived. The delivery of it was perfect. Good job, Mimicat. But yeah, reception. When people turn on Eurovision, song 2 tends to not stand out. So that's unfortunate, but such is the reality of the show.
Yeah. All right. And then, yeah. And like I said before on the stream, with Portugal, they still need to consistently get to the final. That's like kind of where they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to win again soon. It's not going to take another, 50 years. They're going to get it.
Another 50. I say maybe 10. Maybe 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep doing you, Portugal. Keep doing you, Mimicat. Y'all have
Shine
a
on
winning
you, crazy
formula.
diamond.
You have a winning formula, so do not change anything about what you're doing.
Okay. After Portugal, we have Albania.
Yep. Oh my
Now,
God,
I know the
thank
rest
you.
of the world vote came for Albania. They got like 6th on
Yes.
the rest of the world vote.
Yes.
In the final, they won the rest of the world vote in the semi.
They won rest of the world in the semi.
Yeah, in semi 2, 12 points from the rest of the world went to Albania.
Okay, I feel like a big part of that is diaspora.
It might be. Or maybe we just were like, the drama.
I mean, yeah, I feel like it also could be the drama aspect of it, because it's like, oh yeah, where was like that big family who had the pyro and they were all like doing that dance number, but it was also emotional, like full of crying at the same time. I would remember that and vote for that. As a matter of fact, I think I was one of the rest. I did send them a vote, actually. Why am I so surprised? I was a part of that. I was literally a part of that.
Yeah. No.
Albania. I wanted more for them because I love the song. But I do also see why it scored as low as it did, because I mean, this is a Festivali Kungas song.
Yeah.
Festivali Kungas song. It was not written for Eurovision, but it got to Eurovision and people still enjoyed it. So good job, Familia, Kalmendi, and Albina, baby.
And this is when the results start getting wild to me, because like if you look at 22nd, has 76 points.
76 points. 21st has 78 points. That was very close.
Yeah.
Most of my votes went to Albania. Support the family. Support the family.
Ariana, it was incredible. I voted for Albania too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Lubitsch, the performance couldn't have been more Balkan.
Yes. Yes.
North Macedonia, Bulgaria, Turkey, and Montenegro could have all voted for Albania. It wouldn't shock me.
Wouldn't shock me.
Wouldn't shock me. Like, I'm not angry about it.
No, not whatsoever. Because, like, I mean, them getting to the final, I was very much just hoping that it would happen. But now that they were in the final, being able to vote for them and seeing that vote kind of reflected in the rest of the world vote, it's interesting, because now with the rest of the world vote, we're starting to see how everybody else outside the Eurovision bubble, like, where our taste points. So interesting. Albania is so high. I love it. I love it.
And here's the thing: Albania came 10th with the televote.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the jury, only ranking them 21st.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's Albania. The jury never gives them the love they deserve, and they give us a flawless vocal every year.
Yeah, exactly. They never care about like getting that top result. They just want to get to the final and sing.
Okay. And then 21st place was Slovenia.
That was unexpected.
I know.
That was so unexpected.
I know.
What the hell?
The jury only gave them 33 points.
Why is that? Why is
They're
that?
jealous.
Like,
I don't know.
Vocally, Boyan is one of the best male vocalists of the year.
And they got 16th with the televote. Yeah. Again, 78 points would normally be 17th place ish.
Yeah, but with the way the points are spread this year, I mean, it only makes mathematical sense that they're 21st, but what? Like that still doesn't make any sense to me.
Look at this comment from Ariana. Found the rest of the world.
I was a part of that vote.
I gave Latvia 10 votes.
Now I know what it feels like to pay for votes and then for them not to have any lasting value.
I don't care. It just showed we came for Latvia.
We came for Latvia, yeah.
Oh my gosh, sorry. Okay, Joker out will build a strong fan base thanks to Eurovision. They're destined for fame. Can't see them easily getting back in a few years. They don't need to come back to Eurovision. I just hope that people I'm happy I found them because of Eurovision. Yeah, no, I think this will still work. I think their plan for Eurovision was to show up and then start getting an international fan base, and I think they were successful in that.
They were definitely successful because I am a fan now. Now I'm excited to listen to their back catalog and just get to know what they sound like.
You should have done that already. I told you to do that months ago, Jordan.
I know I should have done that already. I know I should have done that already, but I save it for the summer because it's my tradition, okay? It's kind of like how I don't listen to last year's songs. Like, I don't listen to the year previous songs because I get tired of them. So I haven't listened to 2022 of my own free will, like this year. Kind of that thing. I keep it fresh. I like freshness. Robbed. Absolutely robbed. What the hell happened? If I speak about Slovenia's result, it's okay. Be rageful. Be rageful. Go to the headquarters.
The hair flips, Jordan.
They did great. I'm so proud of them. Be rageful.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. And then Carmen, they did great. I'm proud of them. Honestly, and one more thing, Carmen, I hope international selection comes back. More artists go to EMA. I love EMA. I missed EMA last year. I'm excited for EMA to come back.
Me too. Come on, EMA. You're so close to giving us an actual winner.
EMA is such a high quality national selection, and with EMA Fresh, where you can get these young artists, and here's the thing, I never stopped listening to LPS. When I saw they released a new single, I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, yes! I'm not gonna lie. I think that they're a really good band. I think they are. They have only released a couple of songs with Day Babies. Joker out, they're a good band too. These are good bands that I'm ready to get.
You have a winner somewhere. There's a winner somewhere there. Come on, please, just keep singing.
And the thing is also with Slovenia likes to play with genre.
Yeah.
More than a lot of other countries do.
I mean, we went with ballad, then we went with Jesus ballad, and then we went with jazzy city type of melody.
City pop. It was a city pop song.
Yeah, city pop. And then we move on to melodic psych rock from Eastern Europe that feels Eastern European.
Yeah.
A lot of different directions. Keep doing it, Slovenia. You have a winning formula. It didn't reflect this year, but keep doing exactly what you're doing. But bring back EMA Fresh.
And Mark says it's crazy how people slam this year for being a bad year when even the songs at the bottom got decent points. That's my thing. I think this was a stronger year than a lot of people think. Here's what I think it is. It's a stronger final than a lot of people were thinking it was going to be. Because when you look at the fight, it's like with 2009. 2009 as a whole is kind of meh. But when you get to the final, all the fat was trimmed. It was just only good stuff got through. Well, Finland in 2009 was a little rough. But that was one song sneaking in. But yeah, no, and 2009 was also mostly televote. There was only one jury qualifier in 2009.
Oh, 2009. We will have a lot to say about 2009 soon enough.
Yeah, when we do our rewatch.
We do our rewatch. Just
all right, and then
because
let's keep going because we're starting to hype on things.
Yeah,
this is when things get really wild to me. If you look at the spread between 20th and 10th, it's 50 points separating them. 51 points.
Wow.
It's really close when you get. I've never seen a spread like that for points.
The stairs, they're literally stairs. These results are stairs.
Yeah. And Peter Hadich says, 50 points between 10th and 22nd. It's honestly, it's insane to me how close it really is. This is insanity because any other year, it wouldn't have happened like this.
I feel like for this year, there was a lot of songs that kind of fell within that range. And then there was the top, it wasn't kind of a thin vertical thing that we had in 21, but it's also not completely horizontal either.
It was steps going up to the top.
It was steps, literally stairs. This final was banger after banger after banger. The first half definitely was.
Yeah.
The first half.
All right, so let's go ahead. The whole show. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go ahead and let's talk about 20th with Switzerland. It did better than I thought it was going to do.
It did so much better than I thought it was going to do.
Let me see. Where did the jury place that? I'm just checking the results here. Okay, so the jury put that one in 14th. And the televote put that one in 18th. Okay.
I still feel like that's high, but that's me, in my opinion.
The staging was nice.
Staging was very nice. The vocal was very good.
Ian Haramaki says Remo looks so sad. He shouldn't be sad.
He shouldn't.
And maybe he looked a little maybe he thought he was going to do better. Like, if he had a better song, yeah. Because the issue is the song. He's a great singer. I just wish he had a better song.
Yeah. If you had a better song, then we wouldn't have run into any of kind of just like the complicated dialogue about the song. We would have just focused on it.
Peter Hadich says, I expected last place in televoting, but so glad I didn't get another 0. Honestly, yeah. And like you said, I expected bottom 5 in televote as well. Just because I don't know if it's a matter of like, I look at the country and I go, why is Switzerland sending this? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have a lot of stuff to say about Switzerland. I mean, I've said my piece about it, and pretty much.
Ian Haramaki. I was watching with some friends who didn't know ESC, and they all agreed the staging and his voice were good. They just didn't like the song that much. Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
If Switzerland had a good song, they would have gotten a good result. The issue was the song.
Yeah, very much.
All right. Now,
solo.
Baby.
It's 1 point ahead. He was 1 point ahead of Switzerland. Solo uno.
Yeah, she was very close. Blanka gave Poland their best semi-placement ever, 3rd, and placed 8th with a televote final. Karma is sweet. Bebe will be a viral summer hit. You know what? I wouldn't be mad about it. And that's the thing. That's why I was defending Poland last night to people. Because, like, I know y'all were upset. People were angry about that. It's a thought. If it was an internal selection, people would not be as angry about it as they are. They really wouldn't be. And like the average person has no idea what was happening with the national final drama. The song, like, I think a lot of the other issue people say, oh, she can't sing. She was on key. I think people just don't like her voice. Which is the thing with Mae Muller. People might not just like her voice because even when she's on key, her voice still kind of sounded weird.
Her voice.
Yeah, it's just her voice. I think Poland is fine. It's like a summer bop. And like you don't need to you want to just turn your brain off for 3 minutes and vibe.
Yeah, Poland, and a lot of people tune into Eurovision to do that. Let me just say too, this is a little bit of tea, but I don't think the second place in the Polish national final would have scored this high. Like that is just kind of
okay. Here's my thing. In this bunch this year, I don't even know what would have happened with Jan. I think he would have qualified. But we have but with Jan, it would be, you know what would be with Jan? It would be like it is with Serbia, somewhere around there, because it would have been Serbia and Jan fight so Luke and Jan would be fighting for points. Because they kind of both did the same thing, and they both kind of filled the same niche.
And Luke got 24th place.
Yeah.
So it's just my inkling that he would not have done very much better, and that this result was pretty good for what Poland said. It was pretty good.
Yeah, because it would be a battle between if you want summertime, Poland was in the final. Poland was going against, I guess, Israel for points.
But even then, they were so far apart in so many senses.
Yeah, but I mean, if they have a similar niche. They're both kind of like your pop girlies.
Pop girlies.
But Noah's a stronger singer. By far over Blanka. And but they still could have both fill the same niche. Whereas Jan and Luke, I think, would have been more evenly matched.
Like their niche is a lot smaller.
Yeah. Whereas pop girl is a very wide niche.
Yeah, it's an extremely wide niche. And I mean, that's good. It did benefit Blanka in the end. And she did awesome in the televote.
Yeah, and here's the other thing, like Ariana says. Anger should have been more directed at the broadcaster in Poland's case. It's a summer pop and had appeal.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
don't like people going after Blanka. I think it's really the broadcaster people really need to be going after.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. Media literacy is something that can be taught. Anyways, moving on from Blanka to Swarela, Swarela, Swarela Shiluna.
This had such a great reaction to the party.
So yeah, the reaction at the party. Tell me about that.
Oh, people loved it. They were like clapping and cheering and like vibing to it. Like it
Moldova, you know how to do the party. You do the party.
Yeah. I think this is a worse result than he got in 2012, but he should still be happy with it.
I prefer the song and I prefer the performance to 2012.
I mean, personally, Lautner I had ranked higher than Euphoria in 2012.
You ranked this higher than Euphoria?
I love Lautner. I think it's so much fun.
It's good. It's really good, but
I really enjoy Lautner.
It was good. Lautner was good, but Swarela Luna, that had something special to me that Pasha did not have in 2012.
This is also a good song. I just don't, I prefer Lautner over this song, personally.
Okay.
And I prefer My Wine over both. So, hey, here we are.
Okay, so about Pasha, the vocal was not like 100%, and that's fine, because this is not a very singing-heavy song.
Here's the real question.
He didn't sound great.
Here's the real question. Do we think Pasha owns a pair of closed-toed shoes?
Have I ever seen him in closed-toe shoes?
In the postcard, I guess, but like, I feel like he may have borrowed those from a friend. He just comes off as someone who only wears sandals.
Or like Birkenstocks and puts like those fake pop sockets on them. He strikes me as one of those types too.
I love Birkenstocks. Do not come for my Birkenstocks.
Hey, I'm just saying, Pasha strikes me as a Birks boy.
The lesbians are right when it comes to Birkenstocks.
I heard it's like honestly great calf support. But anyway, sorry you guys. Moldova. Oh yeah, like any more thoughts on Moldova? Because I liked it. I really enjoyed the performance. Visually fantastic, but vocally, yeah, like that's where I think the issue was.
Yeah. No, honestly, did you watch like when he left to go to one of the pre-parties? They had a band they were playing for him. It was like Moldova always gives so much support to their artists, and it's so nice to see. Yeah. Moldova's national selection was always a mess, but they do give us a party song every year, maybe a ballad next year. Maybe. Honestly, last time Pasha came to Eurovision, the year after, there was a ballad written by him.
And it was one of my favorite Moldovan songs ever. That's one of the best Moldovan songs ever.
Honestly, I would not have been mad if Omi won in 2013.
In 2013, I like so many songs except the winner. I'm sorry. We're not talking about Emily Deforestation. And
here's the other thing. So I feel like they didn't choose a good recap clip. It was only the instrumental, no singing.
I like it.
Worked because that whistle hook works. It's catchy on the eye. Mm-hmm. I think that the clip was fine.
I like.
Maybe they would have gone higher if they had singing. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Maybe. That's always something that we have to just think about after the fact. Also, whose job is it to put the running order together? Because hire some people.
The running order was kind of chaotic. I don't envy whoever had to decide it. Okay, let's keep going. Spain got 17th.
Why? Where? Donde? ¿Por qué?
I understand why.
It's because Europe doesn't like this kind of music.
No, this is what I'll tell you what happened with the juries. The juries don't like ethnic. The juries do not like an ethnic sounding song.
What's it gonna take? What is it gonna take? Because
for Spain, what the juries want from Spain and what it seems like what they want from Spain is in Latin pop. So that's what juries want from Spain. Personally, because I'm from a country outside of Europe, I go Latin pop is from Latin America, which is not Spain.
Yeah.
Like that's what the juries want. I think that's what the public wants. because they hear Latin pop and they think, oh, Spain. Like my mother. My mother thought Spain was in South America.
When you told me that story for the first time, just the way that like my perspective of that woman completely changed. But anyways, yeah, I wish that this would have been the ethnic song to push ethnic songs over the edge and show appreciation for them. I wanted that, and I felt like this was the moment for that.
Ian Haramaki, I understand why, but I also don't understand. I mean, my thing is the televote usually comes for ethnic better. I guess it got fluent. But the only televote points came from the rest of the world for Spain. And that could very well be because the rest of the world, you know, Chile had on TV the final. There's a lot of people who speak Spanish and watch Eurovision.
I doubt.
Look at our Eurovision Fam team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at us. It's my inkling that the Philippines would not have sent points to Spain. I feel like the Philippines would have gone to the other countries, just because it doesn't really apply to the taste that that country has, or at least my recollection of it. Oof, yeah, I don't get why so low.
How do you, as a professional juror, not have Spain in your top 10? Because the thing is, the juries is they're not just musicians; they're also like TV producers and stuff. It's like I don't know. Maybe they weren't entertained. Also, I think coming right before Loreen, even with a break, did not help.
No, I don't think it helped at all.
And there was nothing. The running order made as much sense as it could. Like the running order was chaotic, just because like you had to figure out where to put people.
I just keep looking at the next 4 countries we're going to talk about, and I'm asking myself
Carmen real quick. When I was watching her, I was worried because I thought the Benidorm had performance was more emotionally charged. So you think that the Benidorm performance had more emotion to it?
It might have been. It's kind of like when a sports team plays on their home arena, you know? It's like, okay, yeah, these are my people. These are the people I want to make proud. Versus when you're like on the competition, you
and
run
then
into them.
Comments from Armenia, from about Spain, from Mark, bottom and televote, and people are calling for televote only. The foolishness, really, well and truly, the foolishness. The foolishness.
That was a big aspect of our comments yesterday on the stream after the final. There were a lot of people who were saying like, get rid of the jury, get rid of the jury, get rid of the jury. No, I don't think we should do that.
No. Don't do it, because
we do need a professional perspective still.
Anytime anyone says get rid of the jury, I want you to go back and try to rewatch the way Eurovision was from like 2001 through like 2007.
That's homework.
Pro tip: it is hard to sit through. You only remember 1 or 2 songs.
Summer reading for y'all.
You only remember 1 or 2 songs from those years because everything else was ass. And even like 2008, that winner was ass. Like, what do you want me to say?
And if you don't know who we're talking about, that's extra summer reading for you.
If you don't know who we're talking about, go get some cocaine. And then over top of it, I want you to whisper.
You believe.
I want you to whisper Dima Balan 3 times, and he's going to just magically appear.
No, I don't want to do that. That's terrifying. That's scary.
Also, don't go buy cocaine.
No, don't do that.
Use powdered sugar. He won't know the difference. Just like, yeah, no.
I mean, he has the budget for powdered sugar right now anyways.
I just don't know what else to tell you. I should have said that.
So 16th place. La France got 16th place and 104 points, so just 4 points ahead of Blanka.
I'm gonna say it. It's gonna sound shady. She should be grateful for that placement.
Okay. And was it because she was flat?
Yes. That song, and it could have been fixed with the right production. The issue is that song has no place to hide. So if you do not have the vocal together, it's going to stand out. Also, like Carmen says, the staging hurt her so much. France needs to hire a better stage director because they're like you could have kept that same concept they had, but change up the camera angles. Like imagine this. Ready? That one point when the point where she says en Grand Français, that part there. Have that head started closer to her face and zoom out and spend more time on the French flag with that shower behind her. It would have looked so much better.
I like that idea more than what was executed for the camera script. I like that idea more.
But she's not moving, so play up the angles. You know what I mean? Like the camera, like think about, because let's compare and contrast this to Barbara Pravi. Barbara Pravi also did not move. But that camera did what it needed to do. I think Barbara did her own staging personally.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because if you look at the way that was staged at the national final and also staged at Eurovision, and then compare it to the music video, where the music video has different shots and stuff, but the most impactful shot all kind of like comes through in the music video as well. So I think she did her own staging.
Yeah.
That's my personal theory. Like France doesn't get the staging together very often, and it shows.
It was the fact that the staging wasn't focused and the flat vocal which got her this result, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. And then people have some other question. Let me see here. Ian Haramaki, I love Lazada. The staging and the song. I don't think she quite performed as well as she needed to. Yes, I agree. She didn't perform as well as she needed to. And the staging wasn't doing what it needed to do.
I mean, I still love
it. Says, I was disappointed by that performance. Peter, you are Slovakian, right? Does Slovakia usually show the final? I just need to know.
Go ahead and tell us.
Let me know, because I was going to ask you that question today if you came into stream. And then K-pop 24/7. What do you think about the middle finger?
Honestly, this was not a middle finger. I don't think that was a middle finger. No, that was
not
a middle finger.
This is a middle finger.
Yeah, this is a middle finger. This is a symbol of something. Like this that was not a middle finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I don't think it was a middle finger.
I think she was just like messing around with whatever.
Like she didn't really flick it off. Who knows?
No.
Yeah. And Laurenti says real quick, the idea was good execution, failed a few ways in the same way that were already mentioned. Exactly. It just failed in a couple of places.
16th place. My nan said Lazara looked like those dolls with big dresses you have to cover toilet rolls. What?
Okay, this you might not have had these. Yes. Oh my gosh, Mark.
What?
Okay, so if you don't know what this is, it's basically like my grandmother had this too. It's like these little dolls that women used to like when women started getting their own places to live before they got married. They used to buy different things to kind of like make the house their own. It's like kind of transitional between like child and adulthood. And so they had these little dolls. It's like a little, like the top half, you know how they have the Barbie cakes? Where there's the Barbie sticking out of the cake? Yeah. It's like that kind of, but for toilet paper. And it covers your toilet paper. So the next roll doesn't get dusty. Like you put it on the back of your toilet. It's like a toilet paper cover.
Okay.
And then once you use the roll you already have up, you take that roll out and you put it in.
Yeah, nothing like that.
Yeah, my grandma had those. We had those growing up in my house too, so I know what you're talking about.
So Lazara looked like one of those. You feel what he's picking up.
It made me laugh. I'm sorry. I like your nan. She seems cool.
Yeah, she seems really cool. Okay, after La France was Austria.
Again, these points are so close together. I think Austria was hurt by the running order.
Opening the show, yes. Yeah, I would say. Oh, we have Peter here.
Okay, yes, Peter. This is the first time I remember that two of our Slovak media went to Liverpool and made interviews. Even our broadcaster, RTVS. Are we closer to returning Adonis to Eurovision?
Get over there now.
I would be so happy with Slovakia coming back. I mean, Luxembourg is coming back after 31 years. So you know what? If Slovakia wants to make a return, I'm okay with it. Because I was looking, I was like, why? Because I saw there was commentators for Slovakia this year, and I'm like, Slovakia. What are we doing there? We'll get to Armenia soon, babe, because you're in a room with 2 Armenia stands.
Armenia is going to be after Austria, and we're going to be talking about Austria.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about Austria real quick. They were really hurt by the running order.
Running order is what did that, because I heard the crowd. I saw the engagement. I saw the amount of fun that it was. The only way that they didn't get like a left side result is because of the running order. Opening the show hurt them. I can't really hear you right now. Give me 1 second.
I'm on mute.
Oh.
They came second in their semi, so why did they open the show?
Right? Second in the semi.
Only... And like, I don't know, the running order was just weird.
Mm-hmm. Also, another issue I have with the running order, and I'm gonna keep this bit quick, but I don't like the fact that we moved from a red heavy staging Austria to another red heavy staging Portugal. That just it was just not great.
Maybe they're like, oh, red containment. But then if you think about the semi for semi 2, there was that block of 3 red songs in a row.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 2018 also had like a big chunk of red toward the very end, like Fuego, Toy, and Italy. Those were all very red toward the end. I'm not a big fan of that.
And then Harry says, I love Sweden's song this year. I know that it's a controversial, but she did amazing with the song. I feel bad for Austria. They did amazing.
Yeah.
Austria really did do an amazing job. And honestly, I have no problem with Sweden winning.
Neither.
I don't. I think I prefer Tattoo over Euphoria. I don't understand why this is. I feel like that's a controversial statement. I prefer Tattoo over Euphoria. I don't like Euphoria. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
We're going to get haters. We're going to get haters.
Leave me hate comments. Guess what? Hate comments boost me in the algorithm.
That is right. If y'all got hateful things to say, it actually does help us. So,
leave your hate. I don't care.
Leave your hate.
I just hope if you insult me, could you just be creative with the insults? That's the only thing I want. Mm-hmm. I like creative insults a lot. So if you could do that, I would appreciate it. Sorry. Let's go ahead and let's go on. Because we were still talking. So Austria. There was a comment about here we go. From 418 Music Fan. Even so, 16 from the televote is just dumbfounding to me. Also, 418, is your birthday April 18th? Sorry, just asking. I know it's a weird question. I'm not trying to dox you, I promise. So yeah, even so, 16 points for the televote just seems dumbfounding to me.
Yeah, it is dumbfounding. It is quite dumbfounding, especially because they opened the recap every time too. So like every time the recap played, that was the first jam that came on and everyone was singing along to it. That doesn't make sense.
Peter Hodge says Switzerland was red too. So yeah, that red staging block.
Red for blood, Switzerland, right?
Carmen, thank you. Another point from Carmen. Staging also hurt them. It should be more fun.
I like the staging,
the staging was not. The staging wasn't nearly as fun as it should have been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, Ian Haramaki agrees with me that Tattoo is better than Euphoria. Thank you.
Hey, you have someone on your team here. Someone.
A 418 Music Fan. I also saw. I don't know. I thought we had the same birthday for a second. That's what I was asking. But how is it controversial? How do you not like Euphoria? It's a fine song. I just don't think it's as good as everyone thinks it is. I think it's overhyped. Like I don't turn it off if it comes on, but I also do not seek it out. I never go, oh, I haven't listened to Euphoria for a while. I'd rather go, oh, I haven't listened to Lautner for a while. Oh, I haven't listened to what's another song from 2012.
From 2012, Finland. Naya Blunda.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's on streaming now.
It's on streaming.
Did you see us losing our mind?
Hey, yeah. I'm gonna be streaming that.
Yeah. No, I streamed it as soon as I saw that tweet. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Random draw is a nightmare. I do not want it to go back. Thank you. And like people say, oh, maybe we need random draw. No.
Random draw isn't good. It doesn't result in a good show.
Like, trust me, go back and watch 2012. It was random draw. There are stretches that are painful to get through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's because songs just don't look good next to each other sometimes.
Yeah.
When it's random draw, there's no craftsmanship.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's go on to Armenia.
I decide to be good, do good. Okay. I wanted better. I wanted left side. I was hoping that would be the case. Yeah.
I think she got 8 from the rest of the world score.
Oh, did she? Oh, wait, I actually have the rest of the world on me. Yeah, she did get 8 from the rest of the world, and that was me. That was me who voted from the rest of the world to give her those 8 points.
Yeah,
I
no.
wanted her to do better though, because this
She
was
got a decent reaction in our room. It wasn't the best reaction ever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no.
I think the biggest issue with the song is the fact that it's more of a grower than it is like a 3 minutes impact kind of a song. Because everyone I've shown everyone I've shown this song though, like the first time, and including me, my reaction was like, I don't know about this. And then I listened through it again, just like when I showed those people that song again, and they were like, I get it now. It takes a second time, but that is what is also the detriment of the song.
Vanya Lubich, pardon me for saying this. She was good. She did good. She looked good. She really did. No.
Gosh.
And my other thing with Armenia is I just wish, like the only comments I have about her performance is I wish they would have had someone there to take the mic from her and then hand it back to her or something.
Not set it on the ground.
Watching her put that mic down is so distracting.
Lorindy, when I found out that there was going to be a dance break, I was on the floor. What do you mean there's going to be a dance break? Okay, I don't love the fact that they have it. Now that the show's over, I'll be honest, I don't love the fact that they put a dance break in the song. I don't love the fact that they did that, but they did that, and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't my least favorite dance break, but at the same time, it wasn't needed. It was not needed.
What was your favorite dance break?
Albania. Albania had my favorite dance break. Come on, you guys.
I love how we agree on that one.
Because it was just the most fun. Yeah. I hate to say it, but Blanka, that was some cheerleader moves. What was it? Noah, you were just trying to get through yoga as fast as quickly. And Armenia, I love you, girl. I love the song. This is still my favorite song in the lineup. What the hell? Why? Why did
I liked it? I thought the dance break, I think the dance break worked for the song. It worked for me. It did what it needed to do.
It works because we have no choice but to look at it from the perspective of, yeah, this was done with a dance break.
No, I like it. I think it was giving me kind of like your cool, slow, jammy dance break you would get in like 90s R&B. I'm okay with it. I'm also old. So hey.
I couldn't find anything in it personally, but
Ian Hanamaki, I wasn't a fan of Armenia, so it seemed like a fair score to me at least. Here's the thing, I love Armenia, and I think 14th is still fair.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like I love the song.
Close. The points are so freaking close with everybody.
Exactly. Like, these points are like, there's no separation. Oh wait, she's one lower than Croatia. Okay, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm not angry about these results. Like, they're so close.
Well, that's Croatia is literally the next country.
Yeah, I know. Armenia deserved better. Love the song. Felt like the staging was all right. Definitely not the worst of the night. Not at all.
The worst of the night. It was one of my favorites still of the night, staging wise.
Okay, Ian Haramaki says the non-ESC fans I watched with wish it had been entirely in Armenian, and I agree. That part of the song is so pretty.
It's the prettiest
Honestly, it is. I would agree with that statement too. Also, we wouldn't have the Tumblr lifted lyrics. Which was my biggest issue with the song.
Yeah.
Like, as a studio cut, the thing that keeps me from putting it in my personal top 10 is the fact that those lyrics are lifted from Tumblr.
It's so shamelessly done too. Like she didn't even try to deny that.
Peter Hanich, congratulations for breaking the second curse spot in the semifinal, but it was obvious Denmark and Romania next to each other. She stood out. Agreed.
She did stand out.
Agreed. All right. Let's go ahead and let's go on to
Croatia.
Croatia, yes.
So I knew that they were going to do so well in the televote. So when I was hosting the viewing party that I was having here, everyone who saw it was like, there's no way this is going to get any points. And I'm just like, you don't understand Europe.
Oh, no. The party I was at, people were loving Croatia.
That's great.
Mean, to be fair, because where I was, like, we had way more people than, like 600 people RSVP'd. So we were packed. And the table I was at, I had a German kind of like over here. And then I had a British and German couple kind of across from me and a British lady next to me. And like they were like, yeah, this is like that was up their alley. They were very excited for Croatia, in my immediate vicinity, and the party did cheer when Croatia showed up.
I mean, that's
So
good. The viewing party I hosted shared opposite taste to that. They were like, "Whoa, like I don't like this," and that's when I had to explain to them. I was like, "Europe loves this. You
yeah,
just have to like keep your eyes on it, keep your ears open, and be like, okay, this actually does have pretty wide appeal," and it did because they got 13th place.
I
That is
think
really
because my
good.
thing is, have you ever heard of a musical called Hedwig and the Angry Inch?
Yes, yeah.
I love Hedwig and the Angry Inch. It's kind of like a punky rock musical, right?
Mm-hmm.
This song is a part of an overall musical, and I hear it and I see it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I
It's a show
think that
tune.
people don't understand that this is like just a section of a musical, and that's kind of maybe why they hate it so much. But there's definitely a musical quality theater, like musical theater quality to it, and there's a punk quality to it as well, and I love it. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is so up my alley. Yeah, I think they did much better. I think they did better than I was expecting them to.
It was my favorite performance of the song. I'll be honest. I think they were
Oh
saving
yeah,
all of their energy for the final. They did that and executed it perfectly.
Jordan, they've been doing this since like 10 years before you were born, baby. They have to save their
Don't cross
energy.
me like
I
that.
understand. I understand they had to save their energy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. Okay, here we go. I think this is an interesting comment from Harry. Croatia was crying emoji. It was odd, a crying laughing emoji, sorry. But didn't mind it. I thought the white undies was death, but it was a lovely beat, and the stage design was amazing with the missiles.
Mm-hmm.
It stood out in a good way, I think.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
Croatia was an experience. Yeah, it's similar to when you're poisoned with a stimulant drug that's illegal and you don't know that you were given that drug. It's similar to that feeling when you have no idea that you were given something and then you experience it.
Okay, Ian
That's never.
Haramaki said, I explained Let 3 as being Croatian Green Day, and it helped people understand what they were going
That's
for.
very interesting.
I wouldn't say Green Day necessarily,
I
but
wouldn't
hey.
necessarily say Green Day either. Green Day was, as a band, founded 15 minutes away from me, and I used to work at the restaurant that they owned.
Oh, fun. I mean, it's definitely punk. Then again, I'm thinking like, oh, I would say like it's like Croatian Chumbawamba, but most people only know Chumbawamba for one song. If you don't know Chumbawamba, like look into their politics, and then come talk to me later about it.
Extra homework.
More homework for you all. Let me tell you, they were a band for 30 years before they broke up finally, and they broke up a lot later than you might think. And here's the thing: Croatia was a throwback to the good old days of wacky Eurovision. We used to have a lot of more out there acts. That's true, but it seemed like a more respectful version of what we used to get in the 2000s, if that makes sense.
This it's more polished and it's more ready for like not just showing something to you to be like shocking. It has a lot of context with it that it carries.
Yeah. Westero gave Croatia 3 points to the final. Woohoo! Yep. Okay, and then
Innovative.
and
Oh,
you know
okay,
what?
yeah.
American Idiot is also kind of like a rock musical. And so the song American Idiot is just a section of it. You know what, Ian Haramaki, I understand now what you mean.
I get
That's
that.
a very good way of explaining it.
So up next we have shoulders. Shoulders. The shoulders.
I feel like this should have been lower.
It should have been much lower. Why is this so high? I love you, Cyprus. I love you, Cyprus. Girl.
Greece giving Cyprus 4 votes.
It's the end of an era. That is the end of one of the longest eras we have in the contest. Like the Hellenic brothers are not brothering. The Hellenic sisters are not sistering.
Top 10 anime betrayals. Just like that was my favorite part of the whole. That was my favorite part of the final. So I just looked at it, I was like, Cyprus.
No, as soon as the Greek votes, as soon as we're like, and now we move to Greece, we're just like, here's the 12 for Cyprus. And then just like when we saw 4, the sheer gasp I let out. You
I gasped. I was on stream.
I was like, there's no way. Their relationship is over. Did something happen between them?
Okay, so Cyprus only gave Greece 8 points in 2015, so it's payback.
But half of 8? The biggest scandal ever.
Go find that one,
something
guys.
has to have happened between the two of them that they are not going to tell us about.
Greece was pissed. I think Greece was mad. I think Greece was honestly pissed. They didn't qualify.
And they took it out on Mr. Andrew Lambrew. Okay, so Andrew, the vocals were fine. The performance was fine. It was still giving Avatar: The Last Airbender, playing with the elements type stuff. Didn't deserve 11th place. No, 12th place. Didn't deserve 12th. But that's just me.
Cyprus appealed to my mom.
If he covered up his shoulders, then I don't think he would have scored that high. But that's
if he covered up his shoulders, he wouldn't have qualified. Vanya Lubitsch, Cyprus appealed to the mum vote. My mom loved it, and GL, I liked it too. Okay. That's good. Show him love. Show him support. Yeah. Harry, Austria's his televote guy is a legend for wearing his equality shirt every year. That man deserves a lot. I like his little speeches he gives too every year too. Like this year it was about like women's pay, and he's done it before for trans rights and like gay rights and stuff. So
yeah, it's good that he's like consistently one of the voices for us, Austria.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Also, let's see here. Andrew looked amazing, relied too much on the backing vocals, and Mark says that horny mom vote can have serious power. That's what I call the wine mom vote.
The wine mom
I know
vote?
people are calling Lithuania the wine mom vote, but no. I mean, Lithuania is the next country we're talking about.
No, yeah.
The wine moms are going for Cyprus.
Wine moms have a lot of power. They have so much power.
They are the untapped market.
They really are.
Honestly, Monica looked good. She sounded good. The warmth of that song.
I knew I said that like either Armenia or another country was going to take my favorite staging package. I think Lithuania has it though. Like that staging, I love the design of everything. So orange is like my least favorite color on the wheel, but this was it. This was everything. I love the like traditional Baltic designs that we had going on. But that's a cute shade. It's not like carrot orange like we've been seeing her in. That's like
skirt from Poland.
And it's light.
Sorry. I got it from a Polish designer. Sorry.
My girl. No, but yeah, it was really good. Vocally, she was on point. Her interacting with her backing singers, great. Yeah, she deserved 11th. She definitely deserved 11th in my eyes.
Oh yeah, no, it was good. It was. I think 11th seems right for her. Unlike Cyprus seems too high. Like I just feel like Cyprus should be in the 20s. Like Peter Hadich says, another surprise predicted 21st for Cyprus. I didn't think Lithuania was going to qualify. I'm happy that they did.
Me too. I'm really happy to see them in the final. Like I also was a little bit thinking that they were going to be on thin ice too, but we're good. How hard did you chuto your tuto last night? Hard enough. My voice is still
also, did anyone else watch the video of Lazara and Mimicat singing
Love that
together?
Oh god. Everyone loves this song. Like I feel like it has grown on everybody. It's so warm. Good job, Monica. You deserve it.
Ian Haramaki says, "I love Stefan, and I'm distinctly not a wine mom. You have a little wine mom in you.
You have a little wine mom in you. That's okay. Own it. Because she's gonna have some tastes."
And then Christy also says, "I love Cyprus, and I'm not a mom."
Okay. It's good. It's good to see that he has that support.
The support of the non-moms. Okay. So then from Lithuania, we go to the Czech Republic.
Czechia. Yes. So
this is their second best result.
Yeah, it's their second best result ever.
Deserved.
And it's better than Lie to Me. Love you, make a loss, love your personality. This is a million times better than Lie to Me. everything about the entire package of this was done just right.
Yeah.
It was done just right. I really
It was
have
perfection.
I don't really have a critique about this, honestly. I don't have a critique because they just executed it as it needed to be.
Slovakia.
Y'all,
Oh, is one of the members of Vesna Slovakian?
I believe so. That sounds right. That sounds
I
about
don't know.
right.
Maybe I don't know if that's why the broadcaster was there.
Mhm.
Slovakia, come back. I miss you. But no, Czech Republic was fantastic. I love the staging package. I know a lot of people wanted the music video visual, but I don't think it would have worked as well.
Mhm.
And that point where the whole entire stage goes pink and then just like that joyous burst of spitting. I just like it feels freeing. You know what I mean? I just think that like this song has such like a powerful feeling to it. And like Vanya Lubitsch
Mhm.
says, my Slavic soul was Slavicking so hard. I'm only like half Slavic, so hey, you know what's up?
I'm zero Slavic and I was Slaving so hard. I have zero Slav, but
And
yeah.
like I feel like having the braids was like kind of doing like your Slavic visual
Yeah, definitely.
with it. Yeah, I know.
Oh, Teresa
and then
is Slovakian.
yep, so we go proud
Nice.
Slavic. Hey, you know what? Maybe Slovakia would be back next year.
Maybe. I
Maybe.
mean it's the hope because y'all got some really good artists and I miss you. I miss Slovakia.
I miss Slovakia too.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Emily F says, imagine how Czechia would have scored with better staging. It was good, but it could have been better. I would agree it could have been better,
Mhm.
but I think that the staging they had was, you know, solid enough. I think the Czech Republic has someone on their team who just gets visual identity very well. Because you can, I can think of most of the performances. The only one, like, I would say maybe Oh My God is the least visually striking.
Yeah.
But like
It
you,
was really
I
dark.
still can see it in my head if I think about it.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
always something from Czech staging I see. And like
Mhm.
even what was it? What's it called? Oh my gosh. The first one they qualified with.
The first one they qualified with.
I can't remember the name of the song, but I can see in my head.
Oh, I
see
Stand.
the staging.
Yeah. I Stand. Gabriela
Um,
Kunikova.
and the year after that, I see the staging.
Mhm.
Like I can always visualize what they do, and I think that the Czech Republic just has a really good visual identity.
Mhm. I agree. And if they stick to that, they're going to win. If they stick to that,
Yeah.
they're going to win.
Yes.
All right.
Lauren D, Czechia did great. Hopefully they keep their nice track record. Again,
They're going to.
Again, any country who's like kind of struggling, I want Ireland to go look at what Czechia has done.
Mhm.
And I think that's going to help them get their shit together.
Or literally
Because at this point,
any other country.
we're gonna find out if I'm right or wrong at this point, because I have been saying for how long, Jordan, that when Sweden gets that 7th win, it's gonna light a fire under Ireland's ass.
Well, now the kindling has been set. Yeah. We're about to light the match.
Yeah,
girl.
So we're gonna see if Ireland gets their shit together or not, because I just feel like they can't rest on the laurels. They can't. Oh, we're the most successful Eurovision country. You can't even be like, oh, we're the only country that's had a winner win twice. Get it together. Get it together, Ireland. Girl. If you have to send Nave next year again, I'm okay with that. I love Nave. All right.
Australia is the next one. They won the semifinal.
Okay. Oh yeah, 100% deserve to win that semi.
Winning the semi.
I love Australia. Again, I started crying talking about how much I loved Australia.
No,
it's great. It's not my favorite song, but I really hope some kid watched that performance, and now we're gonna have a fucking awesome prog metal band in like 10 years.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This I really do feel like inspired a lot of young Australian children, hopefully, to send their stuff to like the junior Eurovision delegation if they decide to come back, or the adult leagues, because come on, like we need Australia to constantly renew their membership. We just need that as viewers. There was such a good show closer. I wish they'd been able to close the final too. Yeah, but I mean, I like the fact that they closed the semi because they won the semi.
Yeah. See here. Ariana, I loved Australia winning the semi.
Mate so.
Australia for me was not for me, but I respect the fact they did something different. I appreciate that.
I
Like,
appreciate
even
it
if you're
too.
not a fan of the song, appreciating what they do. Lindsay, real quick, saying, "Wait for the kids from Ireland at JASC." Honestly,
Sophie Lennon, be 16 right now, please.
I'm waiting for these girls to turn 16 from Armenia too.
Yeah, come on. Like there are so many
Georgia.
talented children in Armenia and Ireland. Like, please, especially you, Ireland, save your country. Save your country, girl. But yeah, Australia,
Mood.
I have pretty much no notes. It was executed perfectly.
I just love them being caught in the middle of eating when the jury votes were coming out. You know what? If anyone was going to get caught like mid-eat, it's going to be Australia.
Mm-hmm. They're on a different clock than all of us, so
yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Okay. Let's see here.
From Australia to Estonia.
I'm surprised she did as well as she did.
Why did she do this?
I don't understand either.
I don't understand. I mean, it does look like we have some semblance of like a bigger breakdown now of the votes. I'm going to take a closer look at that to see what happened, but I didn't have this qualifying naturally in the semifinal, and I didn't have this coming 8th place in the final.
She got 5th in the jury.
5th in the jury, and what in the telly?
Televote was 19th. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Okay, that is the same place La Forza got in 2018. Same place. She is very talented. Oh, she is extremely talented. But yeah, doing this well with a song.
It just doesn't seem, there's something about it that just seems off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess maybe the jury was just like, I like a vocal, but then why wouldn't you give points to Spain?
Yeah. And I'm thinking about literally all the criteria that the jury used to judge songs, and I favor Spain in every one of those aspects personally. But that's just me.
As an Alika fan, it was the best moment for me, but I expected lower. Okay.
Okay.
So you expect me to be a little lower.
Mm-hmm.
Mark says Estonia had one of the best vocal performances of the night. In fairness, I get why the juries went for it so much. Okay. Mm-hmm. I agree she had one of the best vocals, but I just don't know.
Yeah.
Tamara Todevska. Gosh, struggled saying her name there. Sorry, Tamara.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ariana says, I really liked Alika's performing. Even though I thought the song was generic, it was a generic song. The staging was attractive. I would think so. That's what I think it is. I'm not a big fan of the song, but I like Alika's voice, and I think the staging was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it was very nice for what she was given. She should be very proud of that performance. It just like I struggle to find the math personally, but yeah, she should still definitely be proud.
Okay. And from Estonia, we got our uncle Gustav in Belgium.
The world got me going crazy.
Honestly, I'm happy he came 7th overall. He was 7th with the jury. Yeah, no, I think it was a good gotta go soon.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but no, sorry, I was just doing something. Anyways, he scored this high with the jury because wide appeal. He scored this high with the televote because wide appeal. It caters to people who like a house beat. It caters to queer people. It caters to a young crowd and old crowd, all kinds of simultaneous stuff that came together, and it makes sense.
Yeah. Ariana, a legend daddy with a hat? Heck yeah. I'm so happy he got so much jury love. This is why I can't be mad at the juries overall. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I love Belgium.
We need to keep the juries. We need professional opinion.
We do. Dancing along with it.
Mm-hmm.
And Lauren D says, also, but unexpected, but he deserves this because he worked hard.
Yeah, he did. And it, when he got his points, it was so emotional. Gosh, he was not expecting it to get 7th at all.
No, he really wasn't.
Fathered so hard. He uncled, he daddied every older male figure he was.
Except for Grandpa.
Except for Grandpa. There's no way he would ever be a grandpa.
No.
He's just not on the books for him. He will remain forever young. And you know why? It's also because it was one of the most modern songs that we had in the lineup.
And I'm going to say this as somebody who was not a fan of the song in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with admitting when I'm wrong. But he was the biggest screwer of the year for me. I was like, oh, this is not going to qualify when it first came out, to loving every second of it. Like, it took a few months for me it took a few weeks for me to get there. When I was there, I was ready to stand for him.
And by the time we got to Liverpool and it was like full package, I was like, I can finally access this for everything it needs to be. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy that it got the result that he did. He proved us all wrong.
Yeah, he really did. And I'm so happy for it. Okay. From Belgium to Ukraine.
Yeah. Woo! Boys! These boys! Again, style. 100 for the style, 100 for the staging package. Vocal, I want to say maybe like a 63.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Jeffrey his vocal always seems a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. Release, yeah. It's like he needs more breath support.
Uh-huh.
Like, he needs to fill the lungs up better. And I'm like, yeah, I see that. I see what you mean with it. Because, like, when he phrases things, it's like losing steam partway through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to see Ukraine came 6th. I'm surprised the jury only had them 15th. I thought the jury would give this song more love.
I thought it would too, because, I mean, sure, the voice isn't like, it's not like the uppest echelon, but at the same time, you look at everything else and you're like, I am going to be able to recognize that from just like still shots, you know? It was very visually striking, very sonically striking. There was a lot to it that I feel like deserved credit, and I feel like the jury needed to appreciate it more, but I still really like how the televote was able to give it a very good bump.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I think that it's a good song. It's modern, it's different, and it's sleek, and you know, yeah, I really like it.
The co-host song, I like it as a host entry, you know?
Yeah.
As a host entry, it is powerful. It is workable. There's a lot about it that I really like as the host.
Mark DeVortier kind of hot, and GL, you know,
not
gonna lie, they both are very attractive.
Hot. They are hot.
Yeah, they're both very attractive.
Straight up.
Ukraine had the quietest 6th place finish ever.
Yeah, they really did. They really did.
Yeah.
I think they only got like 112 or something like that.
I'm just gonna see. It was 243 overall. 54 with the jury, so they were tied with France for the jury.
Okay.
And then the televote, there was 189, so they came 4th with the televote.
Great job.
To finish.
Overall, awesome job. Because it's still a top 10 song to me, and I thought that it was paid pretty good respect.
And you know what? I had them ranked. They were my number 3 this year. So of course I'm happy when my number 3 comes. You know.
Yes. Period.
Yeah. Portugal always beautifully dressed. They really are. Vanya Lubitsch. And Lorendi says diaspora, one of the biggest. Okay, so I think that's also a part of it, but I don't want to like use diaspora as discounting. Because you have to think how many Ukrainians are displaced around the world who can now vote for Ukraine. Also, Jeffrey is from Nigeria.
Yeah. And who knows how many votes Nigeria had sent? We don't have that yet. But I mean, like, by the time we find out, it could be really interesting to see.
Oh no, I was just saying the Nigerian diaspora is also pretty big too.
We have a very big Nigerian diaspora out here in the Bay. So
yeah, I know that like the UK has a lot of Nigerians. I think France has quite a few. It doesn't.
Very far-reaching.
Yeah, so I think it might be a combination of the two, but at the same time, I'm okay with it just being. I think it's a good song. It deserves points.
Yeah, it absolutely deserves those points. And 6th place is very good. I could explain a number of reasons why they got 6th.
Yep. Ian Haramaki, Ukraine is such a powerhouse. The contest.
The only perfect qualifications country.
And then the song was good and it really stood out. The staging elevated it as usual for Ukraine, is what MDF says. Ukraine knows how to stage.
They know how to stage. They know how to write.
And Tavorchi knows how to stage too. Like if you watch their music videos, they are so striking, like so visually striking.
Yeah, exactly.
I do not know if we're going to get a rest of the world vote breakdown by country. It would be cool if we did.
I am actually waiting to see if we get that, because that would be really nice. I would definitely like to write about that if we do receive that.
And then here, Ian Haramaki says real quick, Sweden are an obvious powerhouse, but I think that they've given enough time. Ukraine could be coming for Sweden's neck. Yeah, Sweden's been competing since the 60s, no, the 50s. Mm-hmm. Ukraine's only been here for the last 20 years. Not even.
Sweden should be scared.
Yeah, Mark says, I hope we get Vidbeer early again this year. I love Ukraine's music. Ukraine makes some good music.
Some of the best music in Europe, I would say. I would say they're in like my top 3.
They have one of the better rap scenes in Europe. Ukrainian hip hop is good.
Ukrainian hip hop is up there with like Italian hip hop to me. Like, it's that quality of resilience.
Ariana says we have a big Ukrainian population here. You're in Canada, right? I know, like, there's a massive. It's like, I love like the combination, like First Nations, like Ukrainian immigrant crossover culturally. It's cute. It's one of my favorite, like, kind of little things about Canada. I wouldn't be surprised if a handful of points from Ukraine came from here too. Yeah. Okay.
Second largest Ukrainian diaspora in the world. Okay.
Yeah. Nice. That doesn't shock me. And like, they're mostly in Alberta, out in the middle of, and like Manitoba.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm exposing my Canadian knowledge, I think. We'll see. Okay, so anyways,
Norway.
Televote
queen, because this song was always
going to be televote. Where did she come with the jury?
She didn't do great in the jury. She did not do great.
17th with the jury. So she came just below Ukraine and France, points wise. But we knew this was going to be a televote song.
We all knew that was coming.
Yeah, she was third with the televote. Yeah. And then real quick, K-pop 24/7. We are going to be active. We're going to talk about it at the end of the stream.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
it. We'll go over that.
But yeah, we're not going to leave you guys in the Norway televote era, which it started, by the way, in like 2019.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Norway just needs to figure out what juries want, because they just consistently bring televote songs.
Yeah, they definitely need to figure out what juries want, because step 1, believe in it, sing it all day long.
Oh my God. Lorenzi, if I'm being completely transparent, I don't think she even deserved 17th. Her vocal was not together. I don't know what she did to her voice, but she did something bad to it. Because she's got a lovely singing voice, but she did something. And like, she just sounded mostly flat for a lot of the live shows.
I mean, still a televote monster. Top 5 is literally one of the greatest results anyone could have ever gotten. So, yeah. Still good job.
418 Music Fan, there was a point in the jury votes where Poland was above Norway. I was just flabbergasted. Here's my thing. I understand why Poland was higher than Norway. Norway's song is for Eurovision. Tell me somewhere else other than a comic book convention you would hear Norway's song.
In line for a SpongeBob ride.
Or like waiting for the pirate ship ride at a theme park. Yeah. It's like, it's not, it doesn't exist out in the wild anywhere.
No, you don't just find this song out on the radio.
Yeah. Whereas Poland, that song exists on the radio.
It was written.
That song has a place outside of Eurovision.
Yeah. It does.
Like, Poland, it makes sense why Poland would be higher. Okay. Let's go to Italy. Italy was in their, apparently the jury era, because the jury usually hates Italy.
Yeah. Like, I was a little okay. So Marco, very good vocal performance. I liked the visual choreography that was happening. I think that was his most emotional performance of Due Vite that I've seen, which is good. But then again, Due Vite isn't that strong of a song. IMO, and I'm a big ballad guy. Okay, I love ballads. I adore ballads. Due Vite is not that strong. It's not second place strong. It's not second place strong in the jury.
He came third with the jury.
Oh, third.
It was third.
Oh yeah, Israel was second.
I don't.
Israel's up next too, but I mean, Yeah, Marco. It was good. I like the performance. I really like the performance, but yeah, I would not have rated that.
Granted, the jury gave Marco 176 points, and the televote gave Marco 174. So that's like the closest agreement we have between the jury and the televote.
That's interesting. That's really interesting. I would not think that this would be the song where the two like draw a parallel at.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
I mean, it's true. It made no sense. I don't know why Italy was so loved by the juries this year. Connor Marco sold that song last night. The performance was incredible. It was the first time last night I got why people like it. I haven't liked this song since it was selected. Again, I didn't like San Remo this year though. I thought there was only one decent song in San Remo. So like,
I liked San Remo, but 21 and 22 were just so much more lit, in my opinion.
Yeah. Italy was so dull for me, and I'm personally a ballad lover. Okay.
I'm also a ballad lover, but it took so long to like this song, and I also like when it comes to overall impact, Italy's not exactly one that I remember from this year.
Peter Hodge says, was this more appreciated than Grand Amore? Yes, it was by the jury. Grand Amore is a better song. And I'm not just saying that because I'm biased. He got me, NGL. Was one of those moments. I despise the song though, and he wouldn't deliver it. I would gladly put it at. I feel the same way, Lauren D. Like if Marco did not pull off that performance he did last night, 15th to 20th for him for me.
Yeah, because the song it's not what I want it to be, pretty much. Like, I mean, it's a finished piece. It's pretty, sure, but like when it comes to Italy, I want more oomph.
And then, yeah, one more comment from Ariana real quick, because we need to move. This is supposed to be a short stream.
It was supposed to be short.
It was supposed to be short. Okay, so then, what does it say? Expressive and emotional performance. But I feel like Marco, people liked Marco more than the song.
I definitely see that. I see that, yeah, without a doubt.
Okay, so let's talk about Israel in third place. I did not see Israel coming top 2 with the jury.
Me either.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know, and I don't have a lot of positive things to say, which makes me I'm disappointed in myself, the fact that I am running out of positive things to say, but I will still say positive things. So vocally, yeah.
She sounded great. She sounded great, looked great. The dance break worked. Everything about it was very much like by the book, what you want in a pop song.
Yeah.
In a pop performance.
It's almost like she asked ChatGPT, like, give me a Eurovision winning performance.
My issue with the song is, again, similar to Norway. It exists for Eurovision.
Yeah, it doesn't exist anywhere else. But I have more of an issue with this song than Norway, because I feel like the song is a lot less catchy.
I mean, it's fine. K-pop 24/7 is real good placing, would pave the way for dancing pop queens in the next years. I'm so ready for it. You also are a K-pop fan. And to me, no, this is not a slight, I promise. To me, the structure of this song is very K-pop. It just feels like they took a K-pop song but made it a Eurovision version of one. But like it doesn't work for me as much as it does with K-pop, because like when I think K-pop, I think groups. And I think if this was like a group song, I would like it more than I like it as a solo song. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I would definitely.
I'm still not the biggest fan of the song itself. I feel like, and I'm like, I've listened to Noah's other stuff. I would say this is one of her worst songs.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't seem like her song. Like, I'm pretty sure the delegation's idea was to have this be like a launching point for her to be international outside of Israel, and I think that's going to work and it's going to pay off for it. But it doesn't sound like the rest of her music, so then it makes me think, is it going to really pay off?
And I really like the rest of her music. This is my least favorite song of hers. Unicorn is my least favorite song of hers. So
I feel the same exact way. Then here we go. Peter Hodge says it has a Blackpink ending. It really does. It feels like Blackpink at the end.
With love, it definitely does.
Okay. And then real quick from Mark, old hurricane would have slayed unicorn TBH. To be fair,
it would have. Like they would have. But then again, I have a preference for your hurricane. At least between those two.
Hurricane.
Running order helped a lot in this case. I think it definitely did. It did.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. And then let's go ahead and talk about second place Finland.
So I wanted him. I wanted him to win.
I wanted it too.
I wanted him to win. Love Lorraine. Love Sweden. Love Tattoo. I wanted Teya to win.
Same.
I don't know what you want me to say. Like I wanted him to win. I feel like he deserved it.
Mm-hmm. Same. Honestly, the jury didn't even crush him as bad as I thought they made.
No, he got fourth in the jury.
He came fourth.
Great. And he won the televote, baby.
Yeah, it won that televote.
He blew everyone out of the water with that vote number.
Yeah, no, he was fantastic. Yeah.
And it was a thinner margin between him and Sweden than Finland and Israel by a lot.
Yeah.
So it was so close.
Yeah.
Look at that bolero. Oh.
Yeah.
No words, just cha-cha-cha. Gosh. I swear, if he drew second half, he might have won.
Yeah.
He might have won if he drew second half.
When I saw he got first half, I was like, Lorraine won.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I mean, we couldn't have said that at the outset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goodness. I mean, I see why he won the telly. It was the most fun performance because that is the most fun performance.
Connor, I love him. I love the performance. A little disappointed with the fan reaction to him placing second. Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. I do not like the fan reaction. Mostly because I think here's the thing. The British, when they tend to get drunk and they tend to be in a large group together, like to get a little rowdy. It is why you will never catch me at a British soccer game. It's not going to happen. I think that would be how I die. Like, I just, the thought of it just sends a shiver down my spine. Yeah. It's just, I don't like that reaction. It was not right. And I think it made the UK look worse for it. Because why are we doing this?
It's sad to say, but that could have been predicted. Like, the reaction, but at the same time, it's like you can't stop hate from happening after the winner's result. You can never stop hate from happening, and especially if it comes from a country like who's the host, who's like being just kind of obnoxious about how it all went down. It doesn't look good.
Yeah, no, it does not look good. It looks poorly on the UK.
It looks poorly.
That being said, people online are being bad too, and they're not just British people online being bad.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's one of those things, like if a fan favorite does not win, people lose their minds. Yeah. And it's like, guys, I was rooting for him too. You're not going to see me here saying anything negative about Lorraine winning.
No.
I would prefer her not to have won personally. Mm-hmm. But that's also because Melfest has just been really mid lately. And I want Melfest to not be mid anymore. Mm-hmm. And I feel like coming close with Lorraine would have improved Melfest a little bit. But like,
they still need to NQ to be taught a lesson, but let them host first, I guess.
Yeah, it can happen the year after. We'll see. Mm-hmm. I just no. Not a fan of that reaction too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think it's Peter Vanya Lubitsch says he should have won the jury's overrated Sweden as per usual and not shade against Lorraine. I love her artistry, but this was her weakest Melfest entry. Mm-hmm. I disagree with that statement personally. But like Melfest was so weak this year.
Yeah.
Like it really was. She was the best option Melfest had by far. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Emily F. having to be chided by Hannah and Graham was embarrassing. IMO and not embarrassing for Hannah or Graham. It was embarrassing for the crowd and for the UK. Like,
I hate to say it, but sometimes it's kind of like the personality that the stadium allowed.
what I really think it is just a lot of people may have been British. And like I said, British people, when they start to drink and they're in large groups together, they get rowdy.
Mm-hmm.
Ask anyone who lives in Ibiza. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, or Mallorca, or like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
anywhere where towns. British tourists are most likely to be.
Yeah. Or like anyone who's ever been to a British soccer game.
Mm-hmm.
I want Melfest to fail twice now. That's the thing. I want a Melfest to fail more than twice in a row. I really don't think that Tuesday should have qualified. That song was, and he knew that song was bad.
Yeah, he knew it was bad. He didn't like it, and he didn't like his Melfest run.
Yeah. And like, but then, like you said, but then a queen had to come. Exactly. Last year, Cornelia Jacobs saved Sweden's ass.
She did.
This year, Loreen saved Sweden's ass.
Mm-hmm. But they still need to change the national selection, though.
Because remember, Sweden was going for a while with just men, and then 2 women showed up to fix the shit.
And they fixed it.
Yeah, no, yeah,
just like real life, baby.
Like no, Sweden. Yeah,
I mean, that literally takes us into the next country, Sweden. So yeah. I mean, what do you want us to say? Like, since that song came out in Melfest, we were like, okay, yeah, that's probably gonna do the job.
Mark has a correction. When British men get drunk together, they get rowdy. This is from a UK person. Mm-hmm. You are correct. It's the men usually.
Yeah.
But that's men everywhere.
I've been a tourist in several parts of the world, and Americans, we get trash, we get bad, we get obnoxious, but I also see the British get just as bad. So, like,
we learned it from you, Dad.
Learned it from you, Dad.
That anti-smoking PSA.
Mm-hmm.
I learned it from watching you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, so I don't really know what we can say about Sweden.
Deserved win, flawless.
Yeah.
In the jury show, she did mess up a little bit. At the beginning, she had a little giggle because the crowd was hyping her up so much.
But that
like you could just see her spot. She kind of like you could hear on the mic. She was like, like made it. She got it. Like it was a very slight little at the very beginning, but it was cute.
But it was very cute. That meant nothing at the end of the day. That meant nothing.
Yeah, it did. It meant nothing as well. But like it's just like that little laugh at the beginning, and she came second with a televote still. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she deserved it. I'm not angry.
I'm not angry at all. It was still a great show, and that's all we could ask for.
Second time we've had the same person win twice.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, Loreen.
The only woman to do so.
Only person of color to do so.
Also, Martin Østerdal showed the amount of wins each country had at the beginning of the show, so we could get an idea of where Sweden would go at the end of the night.
I know. I think that wasn't why they did that. I think they did that to announce Luxembourg.
Okay. I think my point that I said was just collateral after the fact, but announcing Luxembourg, yes.
Honor.
Johnny Logan's birthday. On Johnny Logan's birthday. That was Johnny Logan's birthday.
Is it? I have to double check that. Someone know. I'm not going to believe it just yet. Hold on.
Hold me now. Don't cry. Oh my goodness.
I need to look that up. I don't believe you.
You go ahead and look that up. So, you guys, I am going to have to be hopping out for the stream because I do have to freaking go to work again. But
I'm sorry, man.
But before I do that, before we kind of close everything out here, I just wanted to say, you guys, this year has been fantastic for Eurovision Fam. It has been fantastic. We have gotten like so many more people showing us love this year than last year. And we are so appreciative of the fact that so many of you are retaining the things that we're saying from the rest of the world. Like that, and just getting to know all of you and getting to know all of just the personalities you are over the course of this year has been absolutely great. And when this streaming season is over, we're so going to desperately miss you guys. But we are not going to run out of content for the summer, okay? We're doing rewatches of old Eurovision years. At least we're aiming for once a month, but we're going to be putting the announcements out relatively soon. So if you like rewatching old Eurovision content, come back to our channel.
And we know we're going to start with 2009. I'll post up on the community page. So make sure you follow us and you see that on the community page. Also follow us on Twitter to see the announcement there too, as to when that's going to happen. And yes, it was Johnny Logan's birthday yesterday.
It was Johnny Logan's birthday. T, that is T.
RTE, get it together.
Get it together,
Get
girl.
it together.
That is the biggest takeaway y'all need.
But yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. Other than like, welcome back, Luxembourg. We'll have more stuff about that.
That was one of the greatest announcements that we got.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you all so much again for joining us.
This has been a lovely season. You all are so incredible. Oh gosh, we are Eurovision Fam. You are in the Eurovision Fam. Oh my God. I'm really sad that we're not going to be seeing you every Sunday, but stay posted because we are coming back in the summer. Okay, baby?
Yeah. So yeah, thank you all so much. If you don't already have been subscribe, like, leave comments. Both those things help us grow so much. I know someone asked before why we aren't bigger. Guys, if you like and comment, we'll be bigger.
If you like and comment, we'll be bigger.
Again, don't forget to go to EurovisionFam.com and follow us on Twitter as well, because we're on Twitter all the time. So thank you guys so much, and we will see you again in a few weeks with 2009.
Rewatch. Hope you're ready to have fun. We're gonna see you very soon. Okay.
Yes. All right. Bye.
Bye, guys. Happy 2023.